Everybody, it's Invictus. Time another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy midweek here in the Mosh Pit. I hope you all had a great start to your Wednesday. We're waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes. Now only 6 away from the all-theme week for the randomizer run. So make sure you hit that like button. You know the drill by now. And thank you all very much for those of you who have been doing it each and every day for the last decade and a half almost. So thank you very much. Here's your artwork of the day submitted here on the Invictus subreddit by Blazer242, and title of this thread was Invicta logo I recreated on W Place. And then in the thread they said, hey dudes, I discovered W Place and I've been poking around a bit, but I couldn't find anything related to Invicta, so I decided to recreate his logo on there. Took me a couple of days, but I managed to do it. Just a fun little thing. It's the best I could do with that scale. I also decided to put it next to Bermuda. When I started, there wasn't much near the island, but it's been taken over for now. Feel free to go find it. Thank you very much, Blazer. That's awesome. And I appreciate the Bermudian tribute as well. There, I think you did great. I have no idea how small the spaces are on W Place. I have seen it before, but not this iteration. So I have to go look for it. Today is going to be Lima Sierra 28 Romeo Kilo Charlie Golf. We got Big Fan. Abyss, good tiers, good damage. That's man, that is something that we are not used to saying here at the beginning of any run, especially after yesterday's run. And Wishbone, which is a trinket that probably won't get any use out of, but you never know. So Big Fan is just a big fan. It's just a big, slow orbital that thankfully doesn't slow down all orbitals anymore. It does its own thing. The nicest thing about Big Fan is that it does count towards the Beelzebub transformation, of course, which will give us early flying and fly immunity and all that kind of good stuff, which is great if we can manage to handle it. But so far, transformations have not been they've not been on the docket lately. So, and Abyss, of course, is going to help us out and take down any items that we just don't want or have no use for. At least we can still turn them into damage in a little bit of a way. It's not like Void, but kind of like Void, in that it assigns... Yeah, Empty Heart's fine. It assigns damage, or it basically gives value to where there was none, right? If that was a spacebar item that we just didn't care about, like Black Hole or something like that, we'd be able to use Abyss and then turn it into a Abyssal Locust, which is way better than just simply not taking the item, just leaving it behind. It would have been totally wasted. So Abyss is very good for that. We should call these type of items a classification, like a recycler item or something like that. A value giver item. I don't know. It's really just Abyss and Void. As I go check the shop here, since we don't have a whole lot of money, I wouldn't mind getting Steam sale early on, and I don't think we're gonna make it there. Oh, just barely. Okay. So early Steam sale is going to be huge for our buying power. And unlike Sunday's challenge run that we had a couple days ago, I can actually go into the shops for once. Yeah, this is a great example of what I was talking about with Abyss. It's just, this is an orbital that we are never ever going to ever use ever. So why not turn it into a nice Abyssal Locust that can actually block shots too. So, and that's what Abyss is good at. Which is the reason why Abyss is still a good item. It's always kind of sad to think about how we had, for a very brief moment, the best version of Abyss, and then it got nerfed to the ground. Not as hard as some other items in Isaac, obviously, but I'm done getting into discussions about balance and stuff. People lose their minds too much. I think that overall, I wish that we would not have so many nerfs in our game, but you know, it is what it is. There we go. Abyss it. We have our shielded Locust. Way on down. Not a bad start. And Curse the Blind. So we got an HP upgrade there. That was courtesy of the shielded tier. Now, one thing we can do, and this is something that I have not tried yet, but I thought about this as soon as I saw Curse of the Blind. This is something that we can do, okay? So what we can do is we can actually take a Curse of the Blind item. We can take a blind item, see what it is, and if we don't like it, we can abyss it. That way we don't have to worry about taking a bad item. But we got to be quick, and we also need a full charge. So, but Empty Heart giving us the extra HP, which is nice. The reason why we got an extra HP container there is because we have a Soul Heart. It counts as a hollow heart. Don't ask me why, but it just does. Free entry into the super secret room. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Some bombs too out of this. I tell you what. Okay, so let's see if this will work the way I hope it does. Go in here. We can just never have anything nice in this game. Always got to be a struggle game. Just always has to be a struggle somehow, Isaac. Try this again. So we curse the tower, bam. So that right there shows that with a little bit of ingenuity, you can get around some of the more annoying factors in Isaac, and that's one of the things that Abyss is nice at, and Void as well. So we now have a bomb locust, which are very, very good, but very dangerous if you're getting too close to them. And that's one of the things that got nerfed to the ground was the proc rate on abyssal locusts for stuff like bomb and poison and backstab, that sort of thing. Again, it's still good. It's still good. It's just not as good as it used to be. Regular Soul Heart here. Might as well get a free bomb and a free coin out of that. And we are not going to have a full charge for the Devil Deal. But at least we'll be able to see the quality of the Devil Deal. And we'll also get one of those HP containers refunded back, courtesy of Empty Heart. So, not a bad first floor here. I'm going to use the Magician card to give it some range. We can stay far away from Monstro, because the one thing we don't really have a lot of is movement speed. And we want to back away from the Abyssal Locust. The Bomb Locust, especially. So it's doing some good, getting some good procs in. It's squeezy. I wasn't going to avoid that anyway, so... we can take all of these, essentially. What are you? Sanguine Bond. It's good enough to keep. Get me now. Okay. And Azazel's Rage, which I didn't have a full charge for. Okay. There you go. So you see, that 3-item Devil Deal that we just had essentially only cost us 2 hearts. Well, 3 soul hearts total. 3 soul hearts and a red heart. We got one of those refunded, which is nice. But obviously I wouldn't have taken any of them. Would not have taken a single one. Even Sanguine Bond is a little bit iffy. Although we should get a lot of HP, courtesy of Empty Heart. That we can use on Sanguine Bond. It's just gonna take a little bit. Of course, Azazel's Rage, one of the most useless Devil Deal items that you can have. It will do a Mega Brimstone shot for 4 seconds. And you can't control when it fires. It just fires automatically after clearing 4 rooms. You all know the score by now. It's not a good item. Definitely one of the ones that need to be looked at for changing for the better. I think that Azazel's Rage, you should be able to bank the charge. And you could store up to 3 charges of it, which coincides with the red markings on the horn. So this is a second... Smart Fly has a second fly item. It's not worth us using Abyss on it because Beelzebub is way more valuable. Smart Fly is also not just, it's just not a, it's not, it's a good familiar. Like, if we take damage, it's going to be doing damage for us. All that kind of good stuff. Thank you, Azazel's Rage, for taking out 2 mobs. And we have Steam sales, so the shop is definitely in play here. Oh, of course. Fanny Pack. I'm down with Fanny Pack. Fanny Pack is good eats. Going to drop a consumable every time we take damage, which is going to be inevitable. Either by way of our own Bomb Locust or a super jump like that. Not gonna worry about bombing for the devil deal here. I don't think we're gonna get one anyway. Kind of need the bombs too. Super Secret Room's to the left of here, or at least it should be. Really? Okay, so we have Abyss. Abyss is good for either the boss item or the devil deal item if we do get one, which I'm, again, not expecting one here with only a 33.8% chance. There's Empty Heart giving us a little bit of help there on the HP. Or if you want to make Azazel's Rage better without changing the core functionality of the entire item, just make it last 3 times as long as it does. And it would be so much better. It doesn't have to do increased damage or anything like that. Just increase the duration. You know, if you don't want to let us have any control over Azazel's Rage, then fine. So be it. But at least give us a little bit of extra duration or something. I mean, it's got to be somewhat useful, right? So there's Smart Fly going to town here as we navigated through all those clown physics. We have not gotten to that critical point of flies yet. It's going to take a little while here with only 3 flies. One about maybe 10 Abyssal Locusts doing various different things before you can finally start plowing over everything in the game with all the random tier effects and stuff. Kill of flies, there we go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Got ourselves a Beelzebubbo. Just like that. The charge key, I'm just going to go ahead and take it. So, a rare time where a transformation plan actually pans out for the better. Get Beelzebub, we have flying now. Increases our mobility by a whole lot. Don't have to worry about flies dealing any damage to us anymore. Great block there by the orbital fly. See the little volleys there. We're getting a little taste of what a abyssal volley looks like. The locusts just kind of reach out and fire at will on the enemies. Hollow this is not gonna be a fun fight for you, buddy. Especially with us having flying, yeah. A range upgrade, which I'm just going to Abyss. And Lord of the Pit, it is a movement speed upgrade, but we already have flying. And this is just not worth it, man. It really isn't. You could take Damocles, and that would not be smart. I'm not going to play Sanguine Bond. Because at this point, our damage is not going to be contingent on us. It's not going to be contingent on our paper damage. It's going to all come from the Abyssal Locusts. We have enough keys here, so I should at least take a gander at the vault. Well, if we had anything that would synergize with a full charge there, we'd be in heaven, but maybe the, well, no, we still wouldn't want to void Lord of the Pit. It's just a, yeah, it's just a dead deal. And another Curse the Blind. All right. So, again, we have Abyss. This at least allows us to take blind items. We just have to be on the ball here. Very happy that we had flying for that fight. You know, that's scary whenever one of the locusts hits a mini haunt and just doesn't kill them. And that was one of the nerfs, was the amount of damage. The amount of damage and the amount of proc rates that the explosive flies can deal with Abyss. Explosive locusts. And this damage is really showing its age. I wouldn't mind re-rolling this run. We don't have anything that I care about, although we would lose the Beelzebub transformation. That's about it, though. I'm not opposed to re-rolling this run. I think we still keep the Abyssal Locusts, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I've never actually paid attention to that, but... D1. Hypercoagulation, no thank you. Not a bad item, just not what we're looking for. I'd rather have the damage from the Abyssal Locust. Not a great item either. Let's not get carried away now. It can be good if you have the movement speed and if you have a Red Heart build. Especially if you're playing Demon Judgments and that sort of stuff. But in this spot, it's just not practical. It's like me staying in this room and doing it. It's not practical. Hey. There's our northern side of the map, everybody. And now let's go over to the real side. There we go. D1. So the D1's going to clone something on the ground. And if we drop this... Oh, never mind. We can clone the chest here. Gave us a haunted chest. Gave us a couple bombs at least. And a soul heart. Okay. It worked out better than I thought. I have a feeling this is a greed... Oh, wait. No, this can't be a greed fight. We already fought Gluttony. Again, with Abyss, we can Abyss something that we don't want, like little baggy or something like that. I do not like buying blind items, though. But this might be our last shop. You know that this can't be anything that we care about. And starter deck, yeah, we'll take starter deck. We shall take it. You Twinkie? Hey, man. Definitely do not want the D8. E-Sizzle was one room too early. Got the D12. Does it re-roll the spikes? It does not. Come on, game. A little bit of damage here. Blood clot. Ooh. And another Curse of the Blind on our boss rush room floor this time. All right, game. So we see what the play is now. We know that we're not going to get any more upgrades. We have to. We can't re-roll at this point. We have to stick with Abyss. So yep. And these are the patterns you just have to recognize when you're playing this game. Know the situation you're in, because as soon as you don't, yeah, we can take Butterbean. Butterbean Abyssal Locust is not bad. Definitely want to get to an empty heart here, just so we can get another HP upgrade. Fanny pack dropped a troll bomb. A blood bag, okay. You get to one empty heart here. Fanny pack going ham here. And no, I don't care about boss rush at this point because it's Curse of the Blind, so. And it's, I mean, it's unfortunate, but, you know, what can you do? August has been quite the slow burn of a month in terms of run power and overall strength. And, you know, it seems like most of the runs lately have been like this, where it's just like a ugh feeling, you know? Like a, ugh. So Abyss is going to get a chance to really shine here. Getting a whole lot of stuff here. There's a sack room shuffle that we could do. Abyss is up and running again. But again, with it being Curse the Blind, we won't be able to see our shop. Nor will we be able to see our item room. Gotta be on the ball. Let's see what item it is. Rotten Tomatoes, very good. Not gonna turn that down. We just need to have one empty heart. That's all. You see us painting the enemies there, and that's good enough to draw their aggro. Get a Fool card. Get treasure map, okay. Smelter, Stopwatch is good and gives us movement speed, okay. Mama Mega. Hive Mind too, wow. I don't think I've ever abyssed Mama Mega. That is a big bomb fly. That's a mega bomb fly right there, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, gotta say, that wasn't a, oh. That was not a terrible, floor, despite it being Curse the Blind. Not sure what's going on in here, but looks like a mosh pit. Got the D-Sizzle. It's gonna be one room, again, too early. So I don't know if there's a difference between the explosive damage of the Mama Mega Fly and the regular one. I assume there is. There we go. And we need damage, so I'm going to take the negative here. And Curse the Lost. I don't know if we've had a curseless floor on this run yet. We did, it was very early on. And grab the other hand. heart there in case we need it. Yeah, but we just needed some kind of damage, anything. I mean, that's the desperation right there. Oh. Notice that we had a D1. This was Rage doing a good job of cleaning up this room here. Got to be careful of the explosive radius. Now, we could also just flat out just skip. Womb 2 and Shoal. I don't know, though, man. Let's see what we get. Maybe Fanny Pack gives us some red hearts or some soul hearts or something that we can use. It wouldn't be totally defenseless. We have that soul heart in case we have to abort and switch courses there, so... The heck? Seagram's there? Okay. Gonna touch the Bible just for the Seraphim transformation and Bookworm transformation. We don't care about fighting Uriel, and we get that. Okay. We have 14 keys. Should be able to get, hopefully, something here. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. We already know what type of run this is. I don't know why I'm surprised. The gambit on the Sacrum Shuffle did not pay off. And no, we can't commit to going to fight Lamb now at these HP levels. That is not smart. So I was hoping that we would just get the Soul Heart. If we'd gotten the Soul Heart payout, then I absolutely would skip Womb and go straight to Lamb, but it's just not going to be in the cards. And now more than ever, it's important for us to hold on to this empty heart so we can get that HP container. But I need to make triple sure that we don't pick up any more red hearts here on out. I don't know. I didn't know what was in here. I was just firing. And we don't have the tears rate or piercing shots or anything to really stand toe to toe with this level of volume of mobs. Gone the wrong way again. All right. So, the dead end. Okay, good. See if this is the right way to go. We do not want to pick up any more red hearts. Stopwatch is kind of being our best player right now. And this is only Womb 1, I think this is Womb 2. Okay, we got to try acting before it could do anything. I will take the luck upgrade. The Soul Heart. Yep. I'm gonna drop tarot cards and hope that they get cloned to a Hierophant card. Hangman. Yeah, we can't do it, man. Why did we not get the HP upgrade there? From Empty Heart. Well, we got the D4. Honestly, got Black Candle, but it's still Curse the Lost. By the way, back-to-back Curse the Lost. Again, as you see right here, we did actually preserve the locusts, but now we have no movement speed. We somehow managed to keep the map, though obviously we can't see anything. And we gained some HP, but lost a whole butt ton of movement speed thanks to Lard. But, again, the Abyssal Locusts did preserve themselves, so that's good. We no longer have Empty Heart, obviously, so no more of that ridiculousness. Eternal Heart here is huge. Do not have PhD or anything like that. We do have Empty Vessel. We also have Scatter Bombs. So it was just pretty much exclusively a stats down. Not even Black Candle is able to help us, but at least we still maintain our... oh, we have Sad Bombs as well. We maintain our Locusts, so this is terrible here. Rerolled, and again, we somehow still have the treasure map. We gain Tears, but we also have Lacryphagy. We don't have Scatter Bombs anymore. We also have Compound Fracture. So again, I don't know if this was an upgrade or not. It feels better than what we had. We also have Purgatory, but Able. We did lose a lot of HP. At least we got our movement speed back somewhat, but yeah, these are some poverty rerolls here. And we've gone to another dead end. All right. So good D12 room in here. That would have been. Yeah, Lacryphagy is just not in the cards here. I'm going to D1 the tarot card again, hoping that we get an Emperor card or something like that. Got a Justice card.
Justice.
Not feeling good about this run. We have a D100. What? I have no clue what hit me on the second go there. It's going to restart this room, but I'm going to do it anyway. Got Jacob's Ladder, the Compass. We gained movement speed, but lost a lot of Tears. Again, even with the D100, we did not lose the Abyssal Locust, though. We've got False PhD. And we've gone to another dead end. How does he do it? How does he do it? I guarantee you, we have found every single dead end on this map. Again. It's uncanny. It really is. You gotta be careful. We have Thunder Thighs. Gonna need that Chariot card. Oh, we also have Nightlight. I didn't even notice that. Well, we kept the Eternal Heart, but man, I'm not feeling good about this run, y'all. Finally got a curseless floor. And we've got to really lock in here because we're going at this with absolutely zero major advantages here. Jacob's Ladder, I guess, but we don't have the stats to protect our HP, what little we have. So this is all going to come down to just locking in and just hoping that we can avoid bad damage. Maybe get a Tinted Rock or something like that somewhere. We don't have Polaroid Invincibility, so we cannot rely on that. How Dark One somehow, and War too does it as well. How they manage to bounce off of fires, I will never learn. I'm gonna D4 again, just because hell, why not at this point? We got Chocolate Milk. We don't have Inner Eye, but we do have Twisted Pear. Tech Point 5. Oh, we also have $3 bill. The Justice card is not going to give us enough. We need one more heart to stave off of death here. $3 bill, man. If we didn't have $3 bill, do we see any skulls in the way here? We don't have Stompy anymore. There we go. Need one, but I'll take more. I hated having to burn my Abyss or my Chariot card, but gotta do what we gotta do here. I have no clue where this secret room is. That's a big demon heart there, but with the problem with $3 bill is that we have no clue what type of tiers are going to be firing here, and if we get the whiz again, we're in trouble. There's no secret rooms at all. We're just gonna have to beast mode this. Okay, thankfully, we did not get, Are You a Wizard? Right on cue. You pretty much just have to stay straight up with Satan, because that's where our locusts are going to be coming from. Pull off the trigger there. This is not good. Only 9 lives can help us now. Guppy's Paw. It would give us a lot of soul. That would give us a lot of hearts. We can't take Guppy's Collar. That's 3 soul hearts that we would be losing. This is it. Okay. We can do this, team. Do not want the D8. We got to really, really be locked in here. Double Black War is pretty cruel. Okay, we stopped him before he could get the Mega Troll Bombs off. Dead end number 1. All right, here we go. Dead end number 2. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. And despite what everything we've said about Abyss has been the determining factor in keeping us going on this run, because if we didn't have these locusts, we would have nothing to show for this the entire first half of the play. We've gone to every wrong direction we possibly could have, so cheers everybody, we did it again. Not a run that we want to be doing full clears on. We're just trying to live and survive. Getting piercing shots here is very, very good. Helps alleviate the clown physics a little bit. This is... Just get me out of this room. I don't know how we did not take damage in there. Stain is the problem in this room, not Polycephalus. And that was a double tap, started off by the Mama Megafly. We can't be taking bad damage now. We can't lose it. We need to take death out. Wow, okay. Yeah, the game is stunting on us now. Damage is not good. We've gone to another dead end. And we've gone to another dead end. How does he do it? How does he do it? Really, truly is amazing. Maybe this is the right way to go. It's not. All right. Now let's go to the real side of the map, shall we? We did it. Mama Mega, you've got to stop that. Come on, Chubb, just give us HP or something. Metronome, sure. We have a metronome locust. We just got to do this. We got a D4 in case we get in a lot of trouble. As a last resort, we can D4, maybe get some HP out of it. Shielded Tears are going to help out a lot here. This is not the phase we're worried about. It's the next phase. Nice Touch Fly doing work here. Froze both of them. Burn him down, burn him down, burn him down. There we go. Absolutely not doing a victory lap here. Oh, boy. That was terrifying. Yikes, dude. Definitely going to Shoal was not the right way. Shout out to Abyss. I truly don't think that we win that run if we didn't have Abyss. And thankfully, avoiding or abyssing those blind items and preserving the locusts there through the rerolls of the dice bag was the only thing that got us through. So shout out to Abyss. Whew, we got to go lie down after that one. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed that nail biter of an episode, make sure you click the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let's get this video to 3,000 likes. Help it out with the algorithm. And get her on the way to the theme week. The all randomizer week. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be dangerous and scary. And I'm looking forward to it. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great start to your midweek here in the Mosh Pit. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Andrew Fluitt and Steve with a Lisp. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.